Hi guys, today I'll be taking you on an adventure to a Garrys Island in Scotland. This is a lesser known island that has plenty to offer, yet it's often overlooked compared to more famous Isle of Skye. Starting our journey from Uig, we boarded a ferry bound for Tarbert, a scenic 2-hour ride that is an adventure in itself, and if you're lucky, you'll even have a chance to see the whales there. Be sure to book your ferry well in advance, at least a week ahead, since spots there are very limited and they fill up fast. Arriving in Tarbert, we found a cozy town with charming shops full of locally made goods. The fresh fruits out there may not look as nice, but they are very delicious. Our home for the trip was a cozy little Airbnb in Carway, the kind of place that is hard not to fall in love with.
This is so inconvenient. This is like, scalding hot. And this is freezing cold. How are you supposed to use it?
Just a quick drive away were the famous Calanais Standing Stones. Think Stonehenge, but with fewer tourists and more sheep. Walking around these ancient rocks, you can't help but wonder what on earth they built them for. Were they making something important? Or maybe it was a part of some grand old Scottish tradition, like their annual rock rounding, where everyone just brings their best stone to the place in a circle, maybe hoping for a good harvest, or just to show off their finest boulders, I don't know. Next, we headed to the stunning Butt of Lewis lighthouse. But before we got there, we needed to make a stop at the Garrys Beach, which is a hidden gem on a Garrys Island. With soft white sands and beautiful turquoise waters, it's a perfect spot for taking cool pictures out there. Once arrived to the lighthouse, we realized that the winds are just wild up there, but the cliffs surrounding the lighthouse made for an incredible view. At their local museum, we took a step back in time to see how people once lived there. The museum even features a giant arch made from whale's jaw, giving us a glimpse of the region's whaling past.
It's an old village. Come on. It's an old law.
The roads around here are narrow, and when I say narrow, I mean our fort barely squeezed through. These are two-way roads, by the way, with occasional turnouts, but it still feels like one way, so be prepared for some close calls out there. One of the highlights of the trip was visiting a local zoo, where the owner gave us a private tour. He treated his animals to strawberries and even taught them tricks.
Set. 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 Set.
We also explored another set of standing stones. They were practically everywhere there. Then we stumbled upon a local fair, where we tried some delicious foods before a sudden downpour had us scrambled back to our car.
Ракета, бомба, петарда. Не быть с тобой так надо. Ракета, бомба, петарда. Пушка, 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 девочка. Ракета, бомба, петарда. Не быть с тобой так надо. Ракета, бомба, петарда. Пушка, 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 девочка.
Our final stop took us to a hauntingly beautiful abandoned church with an ancient gravestones, so weathered that the dates had faded away from them. And nearby we found that famous Whale Jaw monument, a true symbol of island's history. Garrys Island is a place where wild beauty, ancient history and cozy Scottish charm meet, and it's been a journey we won't forget soon.